Okay, where's B?
Flashing B. Oh my god, man, you are good.
Grenade.
Springtime, the only pretty ring-time birds sing. Hey ding, a ding, sweet lovers love the spring.
Personal best.
And I sleep cause I want to be like I am the mayor of some godforsaken town. Sure, they knighted me yesterday, but who needs armor when I have an exoskeleton? I slip and squirm through the cracks, creep around by all the loading zones in my dirty little town. Get my shopping done, laundry too. Drop some dead weight, clean my hands of what I need to clean my hands of. And all for free, by mayoral decree, all from zone to loading zone of my town. Yeah.
New personal best.
When I thought life was terrible, things were going fine. Vincent called it a setup.
New personal best.
ImageNet did.
Exactly.
Like, it's not just, there's always images. The point is you aggregate them together, you give it a little title, there's a community, and that was one of
New
the hardest
personal best.
time.
Great.
And you know people personally that have had problems with the vaccine.
I know quite a few now.
Yeah.
Now I know over 15 people
Right.
that have had like serious side effects of the vaccine.
Both men and women,
Yeah.
menstrual issues,
Menstrual
strokes.
issues, strokes,
Yeah.
neurological disorders,
What-
chronic
now,
fatigue.
So what's a neurological disorder? Just
Or
out
your
of
whole
curiosity.
body shaking?
Jesus.
Yeah, and you can't do anything about
Yeah.
it. Like weird ones, man. The thing is, when you're vaccinating, this to be fair, you're vaccinating hundreds of millions of people in this country alone. You're going to get adverse side effects on any medication.
Right.
The thing is, if you look at only that group, like if you vaccinate 100 million people, they think that the adverse side effects, and they don't really know because the VAERS report, it's very
personal
underreported,
best.
and it's also
In the other ear, you've got doon, doon, doon. And what happens is because of the way that the auditory system converges in the brainstem and generates what are called intraoral time differences. I'll explain what that means in a moment. Intraoral time differences. The difference between the two patterns of beats that are heard by each of the two different ears leads to a third pattern that the brain entrains to and kind of maps onto and generates particular types of brain waves. Okay? So without going into a lot of detail, intraoral time differences are the ways in which if you were to hear something off to your right, like I just snapped my finger just to the right of my right ear, that a signal arrives in my right ear before that sound signal, those sound waves arrive in my left ear. So there's an intraoral between ears time difference. And there's a brainstem area in which signals from one ear and signals from the other ear converge, and there's literally a math done by your nervous system that says this signal arrived before the other signal. And the difference between those signals is the interval
New
time.
personal
So if I would
best.
have snapped my fingers on
Very exotic chemistry that's impossible otherwise. And so when I went to work for Mullick, first thing he did was take me in the lab, and I threw a 500 milliliter flask of bright orange swirling liquid, ether. And I said, wow, that's a gorgeous color. He said, yeah, that's carbine. He kind of explained them to me. And I asked him, I said, are they all that color? He said, no, some are red, some are yellow, some are orange. But I said, but no blue ones. He said, no blue ones. I said, well, I'm going to make the first blue one. I was just joking. And then it turns out 2 or 3 years into the research, sure enough, it's a very interesting story in itself. The blue chromium carbine, it was just one thing that we were trying to do, and we weren't trying to make blue carbines. The carbines that we were making for a study to determine, okay, so we have a biphenyl system that cyclizes to generate a six-membered ring. When the chromium on one phenyl group, it inserts a carbon, first of all, from the carbonyl, and then cyclizes so that you have a new six-membered ring between the two biphenyls. We put a lot of groups on the other molecule to determine whether it would cyclize ortho or para. We were looking for the ortho-para selectivity, based on what groups we had on the second ring.
New personal
There
best.
was a dimethyl amino group that we wanted to put that one on there.